God knows what people go through. Because you don't tell no one. I never told nobody.
Yeah.
Can't blame my mom, can't blame my dad, can't blame my family. I really kept it a secret. Hola mi gente, welcome to the Table Talk, from my house to your house, the loyal family. We're here on the table today ready to talk about a very serious subject. I want to put it in good terms, but in reality is that we can never tell a predator when a predator is around. 98% of all predators is someone you know, which I'm talking about a pedophile, a person who gets fresh with children. So we're going to right now speak about this very important subject because there is child molestation. It happened 500 years ago, 200 years ago, 100 years ago, and it happens today in 2020. So this is a very serious, very touchy matter to me, but a very serious matter. And I want you, my fans, my people, mi familia, because you guys are my family. We sit on this loyal table to talk about all types of intimate things. But child molestation to me is something a little deep, and it is an intimate conversation, because we never ever want to admit, one, that as a child you was molested. You never want to admit that's something that you throw in the laundry, you hide in your closet. A second thing that people don't like to admit, parents don't like to admit the fact that they fell asleep either on a brother, uncle, cousin, friend, and they didn't realize their child was being touched. I'm not offending no parents. I don't want to offend anyone on this table talk, because I'm going to keep it stacked, 100. I'm talking to you, my people. Y gente, y right through way I say. You understand? So I don't want to talk to you guys and beat around the bushes. I want to keep it true. Like the way I talk to Niana, the way I talk to Shane. Look at my children. They here. The loyal families here on the table. It's really iffy. We never, ever know when your child gets touched. A person that's cocky, well, I would know. I want to know my kid gets touched. No, you're fucking not. You're not going to know your child gets touched. Because why? 3 reasons. The child will never tell you. You don't see signs until it's too late. And the person is such a predator, but is always a friend, a family member that sits by you, eats with you every day. Because of those 3 reasons, you're not going to know. Maybe a year, 2, maybe sometimes 10 years down the line, you realize these things.
Right.
But right away, you're not. And anybody that tells me, oh, I could tell anything, because me and Liana were just speaking, she said she could tell the telltale signs. No, you can't. Because a lot of children, just like rape women, rape victims, they seem to hide it. It's more humiliating to talk about your sex life. People point fingers at you. Therefore, always a rape victim, someone who was molested as a child, closes themselves and they never will ever bring it up. Ever. They burn their clothes, they scrub it off, put it in the back of their heads, and they don't realize these awkward behaviors came from somewhere in their past. Something that went wrong. And I'm talking about it because I did a lot of mistakes in my life. And one of the mistakes I did was being really rough with you.
Right.
I was really tough with my daughters. I was real tough, Shane. The way you're so sweet. I really wasn't sweet. I was a sweet mother, but I was tough in the sense that I would not let my daughter sit on no uncle's lap, no cousin's lap. My daughters weren't allowed to play in the room alone. My daughter wasn't allowed to stay over no one's home, especially if there was a man in the house. I don't give a crap if it was just an example. Familia, don't get offended. My sister-in-law's husband or my brother's wife or any member of the family, my cousin's best friend, or I just never let my daughter, her godmother and godfather stay with them. No.
Right.
No. Always, I was overprotected. Sometimes we wanted to be feminine. And I always push shorts. A Puerto Rican thing. But to me, when a person does that, you know, somewhere down the line, something happened. I would never let my daughters, as a child, walk out with a dress, with a skirt, without shorts under. Never I allow that. Because little girls would drag themselves on the floor and play. And the man that's babysitting, or the father, or the husband, or the cousin and uncle sitting there is throwing his eyes at you.
Mm-hmm.
I know this from experience. I really never talk about it.
Right.
It's a little hard for me because my brothers like to look at this. I don't like to harm my brothers. I would never, ever, ever put this on my mom. My mom didn't even fucking have a clue.
Mm-hmm.
People don't have a clue. People don't know. Because a lot of children hide it.
Mm-hmm.
I hid it. I hid it for years. And then somewhere down the line, my mother asked me, did this ever happen to you as I was a woman? Then as a woman, I was very embarrassed to look at my mom in the eyes and say yes. Not everybody has the relationship. Me and my daughter could talk about sex. And it's because I made sure those doors were open for my daughters. Because my doors were so shut with my mother.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this conversation is really deep. Because it goes around. It's bigger than just molestation. It's really, really much bigger. You know, it takes a village to raise a child. We're always speaking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell me you can tell signs of a child getting molested. No, you can't. You can tell, I know everybody's going to say, oh yes, because the child starts behaving bad. That comes after. That doesn't come the first day they get touched. The first day they get touched, they probably think they're playing around having fun. It doesn't come the second. The behavior of a child will change. Didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to be in class. I would not shout. I was an angry kid. Angry. I would want to beat up girls. I was just really bitter and angry. Why the hell are you bitter at 9, 10, 11 years old in school? But it came out years later. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying all kids are the same. Some kids have probably showed telltale sign right away. But this is why I was so open with you. I wanted you to feel that comfortability. That if anybody touches said, let's play, you'd be like, Mommy, right now, Mr. Thomas, my teacher told me I can play like this, and he sat me on it. That you was comfortable enough to come to me.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I hope, because let me tell you right now, this table talk girl, you was to tell me, Mommy, somebody touched me, I think I would punch her in the face because I always told you to be open with me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I never told my daughters,
Mm-hmm.
I never told Shane, nobody, what I've been through in my life. There's a lot that I've been through in my life that I can't get open with. I still don't feel comfortable because I know my nephews and nieces look, and everybody looks at me like I'm strong and happy, but the truth of the matter is, I think in every household, out of every maybe 5, 8 children, I really think at least 2 get molested.
Mm.
Right under everybody's noses.
That's crazy.
You know, I don't know if you ever seen that in your family.
Now, where I'm from, literally, if that should happen, people gonna die. There's no cops gonna be called. The community, the moment they know about it, the person who do gonna end up getting killed. I'm telling you, that's where I'm from. Jamaica don't play that. They don't play that raping thing, the molestation of kids. We're really strict about that shit. And for you to go that low, to even go touch a kid, bro, that shit is disgusting. Trust me, and you get ultimate punishment for that. Ultimate punishment.
That is beautiful, you know.
Because it's like they a community.
The community, we don't call the cops. The community, they don't deal with you. You heard that happen?
They're gonna lynch your
Trust me.
ass.
Listen,
Yeah,
man.
you know, they're gonna find you, stone
The
you.
community gonna come for you.
You know, I wish it was like that, and I wish it was so easy.
Right.
But
It's not always that easy.
it's really like, I'm 51, 52, 51.
Mm-hmm.
And I still can't talk about it.
That's crazy.
Listen, man, I'm sorry.
I can't even talk about it. It's so embarrassing to
No,
just
it's
let
not
my daughter know.
embarrassing.
Listen, man, I could just imagine. That shit is crazy. I was gonna argue.
Hey,
Sorry,
Poppy,
I'm
it's
sorry you gotta
okay.
go through that right now, for real.
You
But you don't
know,
have to talk on it. Like,
You know.
you know what you've been through, and you know what you can speak on. You know your
But
strength.
mothers need to know, and fathers, because women can do it too.
Yeah.
Don't think it's only men.
Mhm.
And you know, police wise, any wise, I can never did anything because I never, ever, ever spoke about it. One time my mother spoke to you and Crystal about it,
Mhm.
and I was very
And I-
angry at my mother. I was pissed. How dare you tell my daughter what I've been through? But why? Why hide the truth? The truth is the truth. You can't hide the truth. You let your daughters know what you went through. But I'm very private.
I was shocked actually. I heard about it at a young age, and I was like,
You know, I'm a very private person. And this is not to
That's-
blast anybody, because it wasn't one person, it was multiple.
"That's
At least 3 different people, adults, people that are pillars of the family, big people, you know, that mean a lot to the family.
that's crazy."
But it,
What kind of state of mind did it put you in as a kid? Did you realize that was happening, or did you actually really thought you was playing? Was it like was it something that was like scary? Was it something that was painful, like they held you down, or just something that was like?
no.
Did you realize
I would lie
that?
to you. A lot of women do that.
Did you realize?
And I
that
know
as a
some
kid?
women and kids go through pain like that. And I went through emotional pain, but at that age, you're finding your body. You don't know. You thought you was playing. I thought it was okay.
Wow.
You think
See?
it's okay. And you think it's okay.
And when did
And
you?
you really think it's okay, and it ain't, and you're only 5 years old, 6, and you're not realizing that it's a game, and you don't see it because when you really push it so far in the back of your mind
Mhm.
that you don't speak about these things.
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna go to my mother and be like, "Oh, mommy," and I just never did. And if you did it, ladies, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this and you're a teenager or you're 12, 13, when someone is touching you, you tell your sister, you tell
Like,
your priest,
Talk about that.
you tell your teacher, you tell your best friend, you tell whoever you feel comfortable, and you hold their hands and you go to an adult and you go tell an adult. Don't do what I did. Sit back and let this person get away with God knows how many other people they did. I mean, everybody's gone and dead. I'm 52, so these older people are gone. And they were good people. It's so fucked up for me to say. People, I'm sorry for cursing my family. You know, I'm sorry. But I can't say they were bad people. They were bad people because you're molesting, but in the community to everybody else, they were good people. They were even good people to me. You get what I'm saying?
Man.
It wasn't a monster. Nobody grabbed me by my hair like in movies and beat me and tied me to a bed. No.
Wow, that's crazy.
It comes with candy.
Mhm.
It comes with playing a game. It comes with tickling and carrying you in the air. That's why you was never allowed to be carried in the air.
Wow.
It comes with playing ghosts under the blanket.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
It comes in so many forms, and using the bathroom to get washed up, you know, to just be left babysitting. And, you know, always in my mind, I'm a very paranoid person. My daughter, you know, I do this table talk and I be like, loyal family. But in reality, I'm very loud and very nervous. And all that comes to play now that I'm an older woman. All that comes to play with everything I've been through. My mother wasn't a rich woman. She wasn't the most educated woman.
Mhm.
But she believed in God. My mother had a lot of faith.
Mhm.
And there were times when we were so poor we had no food. And my mother would sit down, we would all sit in the dark. We had no lights. I don't know if you people from the hood know. We would take light from the hallway, plug it in. We had no TV, so we would sit down in the dark and my mother would read the Bible to us. And, you know, how can I tell this woman that's struggling to feed me and to take care of us and we barely made ends meet, and just tell her and give her another blow to her head?
Yeah.
And God forgive me, because it's so funny, she realized it older and she knew because she told my daughter, But I never knew she knew, and I never it was like a taboo to the family. Nobody speaks about it. Nobody. I never even told my daughters. I'm a full-grown woman, and Crystal's not even sitting here, and I don't think I ever told my baby.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. My brothers. I got 3 brothers. I got 7 brothers and sisters from my dad's side. I have a beautiful family. My father, may God rest his soul, ain't no man above that man. That man was a great father. My brothers, I am such a lucky woman. And I've been blessed in my life, you know. I've been blessed to have a lot of people take care of me, guide me, you know, and help out my mom and us. But it is a reality, you know. I'm blessed to even have my step-pops, my step-family, my aunties, you know, they were always there. They would rub my nose, clean it. But in reality, if I'm going to keep it 100 stack with my fans, I would say 75% of young girls under the age of 8, 9, maybe under the age of 12 would never tell anybody. Never.
Yeah.
Not even a 25-year-old, 30-year-old rape woman victim would tell anybody. Didn't you see Miss Steiny, the director that filmed all those movies? He raped all those actresses, and they never dare into the pussy movement. That's the name of the movement. It was a woman to empower women, where they can say no at work. You're not going to take away my pay if I don't give you none. Wow. So this is not only with me. This is all over the world. Mm-hmm. And it's sad because in other countries, little girls are married and sold. So I'm not saying I'm better. I'm not saying I had a horrible life. By all means, I had a wonderful childhood.
Why you didn't speak on it? Why? Was it because of fear or embarrassment? Did
you not understand it?
I did not understand it then.
Why. When do you realize it?
When I liked the boy.
Oh. That was doing it?
No, that I had a crush on a boy.
Oh.
And then when I really had a crush on the boy was her dad, I was sort of, you know,
you never really been with a man.
Yeah, and I had a crush, and you know, I had a crush on another boy. And I was like, you know, when there's a crush. And then I felt funny when he touched me. I didn't want nobody touching me. And then boys would call me, excuse my language, dick teaser, because I would make out with them, but I would never let them touch, you know, like rub my thing and touch me. It would bother me. Like I'd be like, and like I became kind of like a violent, aggressive woman. Like I'm not saying I'm not gonna do anything. Boys didn't touch me. I'm not saying that either.
But for the first time for you,
it affected, damaged you.
I'm broken goods. Yeah, it damaged me a lot. It harmed me. Maybe that's why me and her dad fought so much. And in the beginning, me and Mike fought so much too because I carried that anger so much.
It affected your relationship.
It even affected my relationship with my girls. I kind of was.
And do you think it affected your daughters as well?
I affected my daughters. My behavior.
I didn't know about it, so it didn't affect me.
No, but the way of parenting to you
my
guys.
Parenting.
But it's a good thing being strong with them, so like they could be alert and not go through the same thing that you went through.
Yeah, but sometimes I
you put your fears on them.
Yeah, and my daughter would be like, Mommy, why do you think so negative? And I would tell her, Mommy, if you go to this house and the man even knocks on the door, I would tell you, don't ever let a man rub your shoulders. To me, that's one of the talk.
Yeah,
a man that does that and talks to a child and rubs her too much. Just sit down, guys, relax. If you smoke or you have a little drink of wine or you smoke a cigar, sit down, take it in and observe your children. Observe it because you only gonna see bad behavior after the long term. It's already been 6 months they've been being touched, a year. The first 3 weeks, 3 months, the child thinks she's just having fun. Or if the child is so scared, she's gonna just, you're not gonna see, maybe a little withdrawal. That's another sign you see, withdrawal.
Yes. Right.
But it doesn't happen right away when people be like, oh, no, I was open. My mother was so blunt. This is your tetas. The baby comes out through there. The boy touches you. And then my mother would talk. I kind of want to be too explicit. I don't want to turn off my fans. Because I know I have young fans. I don't want a mother to be like, oh my God, that woman talks too dirty. But my mother was straight up. Like, that's your pussy, that's your dick, that's your tits. Y'all both communicate, y'all touch, and this is the consequences. From diseases to pregnancy to, so always be careful. So it wasn't like my mother was closed-minded, but I just couldn't come out like,
Listen, I'm sorry, but anybody who do that shit should get the ultimate punishment. There's no excuse around it. There's no excuse for you to touch a kid, a fucking kid. Why are you thinking they would want to do that to a fucking kid, bro?
Right,
that shit is disgusting, bro. Like, I can't think about it because I got 2 daughters, bro. And to tell you the truth,
shame.
That's one of my biggest fears. God forbid me and Lena break up. And she
oh my God.
Bro. That's the biggest fear.
Fear, me too.
It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm not gonna be the guy again. Everything gonna be bad, really, really bad. Cause you're gonna get the ultimate punishment. And my entire life gonna be ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I got 2 daughters living
so
for, and just to think about that shit that happened to you, and seeing you cry, it hit me. It hit me.
Because
I swear to
it's
God.
like I look at my mom. That's my mom, guys. So I'm like I'm picturing her as a kid. Like,
that shit
imagine her
disgusting,
being
bro.
scared or something. Like, I'm asking, like, are you dumb? Cause I'm a mother, and I'm like, are you crazy? I know I don't let no one be around my kids. I just start thinking to myself, like, how. I ask myself, like, how is it even possible? You know what I mean? Like, how?
Because it's never a stranger, guys.
And then when she's explaining it to me, and it's like family practically. That's what's so mind blowing. Like, how could family really go that far? I don't even get
I think
it.
it's a mental. That's sickening. For you to even think to, that shit was sickening,
so many
bro.
free women, so many prostitutes. You know what happens a lot of time to these older men, these old men? They're trapped at home with a wife, bored, they don't get to go anywhere, and I really believe that's a disease. I really believe they can help themselves, and that's the difference between a predator and a molester. To me, it's a real big difference. A predator really hunts and tries to be around children all the time. But a child molester is really a family, someone at home. It's not a stranger. A predator can be someone in the street, but, I'm telling you, man, you guys do the statistics. You Google it. I don't have my phone next to me. I didn't want it to keep us ringing a lot today because of my job, and I didn't want it to keep being interrupted doing this table talk. I'm sorry my voice left, but guys, no. It's always someone you know, from teacher to gym teacher to even a freaking priest. Is someone you know. Who can get close to your child at night? Someone you love and know. Who can touch your child if you send them off to grandma's or to auntie's house or Theo's house? Someone that the family knows, a family friend, a family member. You really think a strange person is going to come from outside, climb through the window, and nipple on her little titties, and nipple on her toes, and her donkey, scratch, touch, whatever they like to do, touch it, and then sneak back out of the window? No! Damn it, open your eyes. It's there, guys. This is why I wanted to bring this up. You need to know, and the tall tale signs. Once you see a tall tale sign, that means it's been happening for a while. And it doesn't take a science. I don't need a doctor to tell me that, because experience says it all. And it throws your mind off. I was always off. I was off in behavior. I was short-tempered. I scream a lot. I get nervous easy. Like, I jump. And do you know what I don't do anymore? I don't sleep. Since a little girl, I don't sleep.
Oh.
I sleep 4 hours a day the most. I don't sleep like regular human beings, 10, 12 hours. I don't know what's to sleep 12. I don't think I ever slept 12 straight, 10 straight hours, 8 straight hours. I get up. No one is in my home, thank God. Just my kids and nothing but women in this house. But I still get up and roam the house, check the girls. Leanna's a grown woman at 31 years old, sleeping with Shane in the room. I will open the door, she never locks the door. I will open the door and check. Shane could be naked, or I will always, I'm not looking at Shane that way. I always through the eyes, make sure y'all was sleeping safely. I still do that as a grown woman. Ashley sleeps, and I go and I check in her and she be like, Mom, like seriously? Crystal asleep, Nani? Grandma, like seriously? It's still as a habit. I can sleep through a whole night.
Wow.
And you know, we're gonna put the most fucked up shit of it all was I didn't have hate. If I tell you I was hate, I want to kill, I want to stab. I never went on drugs.
You never had hate for the person, like
for the people. No, never had hate for I didn't. I should have. I don't know why.
maybe he was too young.
So it was 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
Was it during the same period or after one, then after? Oh,
Same period of a lifetime.
So
it was just the age level from 4 to 12, 13.
Whoa.
wow.
Then I left my house at 13 years old, 12. I left my house. I never went back.
Wow.
I roamed the streets. Thank God for this lady and my aunt, Millie. My titi never left me in the street. I always felt she felt something.
Yeah.
And she always checked on me. She always would ask me, Mamita, baby, if anybody till you tell me, I'll kill him. I'll freaking throw coffee, I'll stab them. My aunt was crazy. And my mother is crazy. Guys, don't get it wrong. My mother would have known. My mother would have stabbed. That's where my fear came in. My mother's not all up there.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
My mother would have stabbed them in the neck. Them sitting down drinking coffee or go visit the family and friend's house and be there.
Yeah.
My mother would have
that
snuck
would
up.
be me.
And she would have probably done something and I would have lost my mother. Now I'm in a foster home. Now my life really, so I never wanted to put my mom in that predicament. And you know what was my biggest other predicament? As a kid, I was such a fucking liar. You know, brat, lying. I was always,
So you
I was a bad kid. I felt like, oh, are they going to believe me? Aren't they?
If my
Kids think about that, and I'm talking to you what I'm telling you what I remember as a child. Kids think about, oh my God, is it gonna get my mom mad? Is she gonna be mad? Am I gonna get in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
In reality, a child doesn't think of, oh, they touched me. No, they always think they're gonna get somebody else. I do something wrong to get touched. It's their fault. They're not gonna think it's anybody else's
But
fault.
psychologically, they don't have the mindset.
You're a
older
child. You're a
person is
freaking 5-year-old
manipulating.
kid. You don't know how to do rice and beans and chicken and look at a seasoning. Like, you're a 5-year-old. Even a 12-year-old child, you see 9 and 12, all that body. A man, 24, 25 years old, come with the hood rat stuff and manipulate her. And he knows she's 12 years old, but her body's so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take advantage of her. That's why Nani's with me and you. We don't leave her out of our sight. Because she looks like a grown, any man would take a, Jesus Christ. But it was weird because I didn't look like that. But I did have breasts at the age of 8 years old.
But maybe because they were.
Because of that, the developing and the touch, they developing them. I had big breasts by the time I was 9 years old. I had a full set of breasts. Tiny, short, like I am now. You know, when my mother sat down and spoke to you, I was shocked. My mother told my daughter. You know, I didn't speak to my mother for like a year. My mother got into a big fight. I never cursed at my mom because I don't curse at her. I don't dare.
Well, I didn't know.
I don't dare. I'm terrified. I'm 51 and I'm still terrified of my mother. She picks up that chancleta and she will whoop your ass. So I never, but I told her, like, how dare you? But I didn't tell my daughter. And she was upset. Like, what you mean you didn't tell your daughter? You gotta let your daughter know so it doesn't happen. So it doesn't repeat itself. But I'm like, Mommy, it ain't gonna repeat itself because no man comes to my house. I don't fuck brother, uncle, cousin, nephew. I don't give a fuck nobody. My daughter don't stay over. When you stood over Titi Diggy's house, what was the first? No men allowed. Period.
No man at all, seriously.
When you would stay with Titi Carmen, once or twice.
No.
No, man. Just Ollie, may Ollie rest in peace. And he was a baby. You would take care of
Yeah.
Ollie. And Charlie's your god brother.
Mhm.
You know, knock on wood, they're good people, you know.
Mhm.
But I never left my daughter's name. Even now, my daughter's a grown woman, and I still worry.
Absolutely.
I worry that my daughter walks down the street. She looks like a little kid, and I really believe you and Crystal look like dolls. That somebody would take them and hurt them.
Why you feel like you never wanted to talk to someone? You can't explain it.
I guess fear in itself, like, I'm sorry, like fear,
Right.
like
Fear of what?
Yeah, what was you scared of?
to tarnish my family,
Really?
because I love them.
Damn.
To tarnish my mom and hurt her.
Yeah.
That would have hurt her so much. I guess she knew, she figured it out.
Yeah.
I never wanted to hurt my mom. She had such a hard life.
I know. Yeah.
She had such a hard life. I didn't want to hurt my mother, my aunt, or nobody.
Right.
That's why I've always stood away from the family. I'm never around my and I always move far away. So I don't hurt them or bother them.
But why do you feel like it was you?
Shit is crazy.
It wasn't you. That's like it's something that was out of your reach, out of your control. Like
I don't know. I don't know. I was only 4 or 5 years old. I don't know. I just don't know.
4 or 5 years old, bro.
4. Damn, bro. That's
5
a
years
baby,
old,
bro.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wow.
And then I left. I just didn't stay anymore.
When you hit those big ages, did you?
I could fight back. Get near me, I fucking tell everybody, get the fuck away, get a
Right.
break. Get a fucking pass.
Right.
And
Did you
then-
ever scare anyone?
Yeah, and never again, never. They actually, 2 or 3 family members actually cried, asked for forgiveness. They were drugs, you know, alcohol and drugs.
So that's what influenced
Dumb
No.
to me, you know.
the
It was
drugs
a
and
great.
the alcohol.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That shit is
I'm
crazy.
sorry, my nerves, guys.
That's why I
need to
don't-
bite something because
I don't know. The drug thing, it don't sit with me well with any parent. I won't. I just know you're not at your right state of mind. I don't think like.
I still to this day, sometimes I think I'm mean to men in general. Like,
Really?
I think sometimes I scream and I'm like, ugh, I'm not a woman.
Right.
I don't like to be hugged and back.
Oh.
I don't like to be spooned. And I like no one touching my breasts. I don't like nobody playing with my nipples. It turns me on. It grosses me out. I could do anything else dirty, could do my ass everywhere, but when you touch my just like my nipples to be touched. I like my nipples to be pulled.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So now that you.
I don't like no one, like, you know how women love to take showers with men? I'm like no one in the shower. I like taking showers.
So now that you're a woman, does
I'm an old ass lady. I'm
right?
a woman.
Now that you're
You're
older
a woman. I'm
right?
an older woman. My
Does
baby.
it really affect you? Like, do you really could picture everything that really happened to you? Like, could you picture it? Do you see it?
I remember it very clearly. I have a bad memory.
But that you would never forget.
Yeah, you never forget.
Wow.
Now push it to the back of my head. I forgot for years.
No,
and
of
I
course
figured it out.
you try to move on in your life,
And
but
then when my mother told me, what the hell you hiding for? Like, my mother was very blunt. Like, you don't need to hide. You don't need to be embarrassed. Shit happens. And
did that give you any confidence after that?
no, I just... She took care. She had the business, you know. I guess she realized, and I guess she, God knows, she probably sat, spoke, smacked, whatever, you know.
Mhm.
But,
Damn.
I don't have hate. I would be such a hypocrite to sit here and be like, oh, I hate them. Oh, I would never let them. And then I don't want to sit here and say they would beat me and hurt me because it would be such a lie. This is why I wanted to talk to you, my friends, because you got to realize they're not going to hurt the child. if you're coming from a church home and a nice family, it's always quietly at night, tiptoes, no hurting, no bruising, no marking, because there can be no evidence. There's not even no penetration, just because there's no penetration. And if there is penetration, they're not going to mark the child due to the fact that they know in the morning it's going to wake up. You know, it's really a sticky situation, very ugly. Because all it made me think is, how could you be so sneaky? And whether I knew it was right or wrong, how you didn't tell me, no, Mom, you don't let nobody do that to you, nothing. You know, like, I never understood that. I never really did.
And now that you're a woman, you realize so much, right? And that's
that's why I'm so overprotected. I call you sometimes, you be like, hi, Mommy, please. I'm so picky with my granddaughters. Shane knows. Shane was changing diapers, right, Shane? Didn't you notice my number? Shane, why are you changing her diaper? You'd be like, Mommy, I gotta help. And then you'd be like, Mom, he's the father. That's the fear I have. Because I know my son-in-laws are great. But to me, I never let my daughter's father change them. He wasn't allowed to bathe my daughters.
And he never even wanted to. You'd be like, no, he don't bathe them.
He would never, my daughter's father would never wipe their donkey, ever, even touch it. They could be shitting, and when I get home, the shit was up to the chin. From the back to the front, all the way coming out both sides. And he'd be like, I ain't touching her. He did not care. He would not touched her, and that's a beautiful thing. And that's the way Grandpa is. If Scarlett's in the bathroom, Grandpa before now.
He don't care.
He'd be like, oh well, you dirty, you sit there, go in the he would turn on the shower, go in the bathtub. That's your problem. He's a towel. He wouldn't dare walk in. It made me feel comfortable, but I'm overprotected with my 5 girls, which is 2 grown women and 3 young babies. You know. At 11 years old, all that body my niece has, you guys see her on YouTube, I get even more worried because her body attracts men. She's so sexy. She has her body, whoa, it scares me.
Yeah, she's bigger than me.
So, I know we gotta wrap this up. This is such a long story. I want you, my fans, to hit me up. If any of you is at night, you feel a little scared, I'm going to tell you little secrets I used to do. Really, really quick, because I know I got to wrap it up. The camera's going to die on us. At night, when you lock your door, you take and you put 2 and 3 cans on top of each other, bottles. When they open that door, that's going to wake up anybody. Make sure the top bottle is glass. It goes, they step on that damn glass. 2, throw thumbtacks in front of your bed. All over the side of your bed, throw it. Don't let your mother, nobody know, because they're going to sneak in at night. So when they step on it, they're going to go quietly and sneak on. 3, don't wear 1 panties. This is my trick. I will wear 1, 2. To this day, I could wear tights under my pants on a summer day. That's how much I got my body used to it. You wear your panties, then you wear boy shorts, then you wear your bag, and then you wear tights. You make it, if you got a body blouse, you put a freaking body blouse on. This is for the bigger girls, the older girls. Set traps in your room. If you're scared to say it verbally, maybe when that noise comes up, you can say why you did it. Most of all, please, go to your teacher. Go to your aunt. Sometimes even an uncle is amazing, because my uncle was the best. Your father. My father was an amazing man. Go to the people that somebody in your house that you trust. Whether it be your mother's
Did you trust your brothers?
Of course I trust my brother. Would never hurt my brother.
No, I'm saying, did you tell
I am never. That's why to me this is hard and I'm breaking down. I don't want my brothers calling me. But thank the Lord my brothers don't look at this. I don't want my aunt calling me. I don't want, my family. I don't even think I want this to be played. Now that I think about it.
I think y'all too old to be living under dirt, bro. Like, that shit is whack. If I got molested, I'm happy I was raised the way I was, because everybody would have known. I don't know. That shit ain't staying quiet with me.
Because that's what I taught you.
everybody would have known, and I will not be ashamed because I'm not the crazy one.
I mean, don't you see all these grown, beautiful actress women, Ashley Judd, Selma Hayek, that man would rape them and get fresh. They had to, he would tell them, if you want that movie role, you gotta do this, you gotta show me your tits, I gotta squeeze it. Yo, Selma Hayek would cry. She didn't want to do no more. All of them did. It's a group of them. Look at all the actresses that are on there.
That's why I won't put London in acting or nothing.
But now there's a new movement, which is called the Pussy 2 movement, which is to empower women.
Thank God.
Please, women, you gotta be strong. And if you're a teenager, your step-pops is touching you, your uncle. Even my girlfriend used to get molested by her brother. Thank God I love my brothers, are my heroes.
Never.
But it happens. It happens every day. Girls, if you're going through this, set up these little traps. These little traps is going to protect you. Set up barriers. Tell somebody. Don't hide it. Even if it's your friend in school, your best friend. Even if it's your boyfriend. The first person I ever spoke about this subject to was your dad.
Really? Wow.
Mr. Madboy. And then I never spoke about it again.
Wow.
Right now I'm just so done. Like, I just want to cry. I stay strong. I don't want my daughter to keep seeing me. I put a little mascara for you guys. You know, I don't have a makeup artist. I'm not rich.
Right.
This is just regular sweatshirt. And, you know, I don't know how to do makeup. I need wigs. I ain't got no hair. So I do the best I can. It's hard. I'm embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. Guys, it's sad to see my mom like this, and it's sickening shit that I just can't. Like, I can't believe men would do that to a woman. Like, a grown man would do that to a kid. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, and it happens every day, even with sex trafficking and kids getting kidnapped and girls getting abused and on sex slaves. It happens every day, every minute, every second of the freaking hour. I mean, this is such a big subject. Don't ever feel ashamed. Talk about it and make sure you get help. Get help. Get help physically, mentally.
Scream.
Yes.
Tell the world.
Yes, and if your mother can't understand you.
This is 2020. You tell the world.
That's right.
The world. Mama, you go on YouTube.
Yes.
You guys, you can't talk to somebody face to face. Then you DM them.
Yep.
Or you Instagram it. Or you turn on your phone at night and you record it.
That's right.
You got power. I didn't have none of that as a kid.
Yeah.
You have power. You have social media. You have a format. We have rights as women.
Yeah.
And don't let anyone take away those rights. This is a table talk. It's a little bit, excuse me.
Right.
I apologize. Crystal, I'm sorry I never spoke to you about this. Sorry, Titi, or my beautiful family. I love my family. I respect my family. But I'm sure half my nieces, God knows half my nephew, God knows what people go through. Because you don't tell no one. I never told nobody.
Yeah.
Can't blame my mom. Can't blame my dads. Can't blame my family. I really kept it a secret. You know, eventually my mother knew, and eventually things get out. But this is a true table talk. It's a little different. It's a little emotional to me. As time goes by, I'm going to get more into my life. I have a beautiful life. I don't ever regret where I came from. I don't ever regret being raised the way I was. I'm glad my mother was poor. I'm glad we were poor, and I'm glad that we went through everything we went through, because I appreciate life, and now I am where I am. I'm not rich. I have to, I don't have a big job, a big education, but I'm happy and here in my soul. I'm happy. And I'm happy I raised such beautiful children. I'm happy I have you in my life. And I'm happy, you know. From my house to your house, this is the table talk. You ladies, you young girls, y'all want to hit me up and talk about this? DM me, hit me. Just bear with me. I'm learning Instagram. I only do Facebook. I don't know Instagram like that.
Yeah.
I know some of you get antsy, but I don't know how to like speak. I'm trying to learn, okay? I know some of y'all saying it ain't that easy. It's so simple, but for me it ain't. You know, from my house to your home, from mi casa to your casa, mi familia, the loyal family, the table talk. Thank you for listening to me.
Yeah.
Please listen to your children.
Yes.
Look at the tall tale signs. Observe, because 90% of the time we hide it. Observe grades, a drop of grades, a drop of behavior. Not wanting to come out the room. Not wanting to talk to people, not wanting to be around, not wanting to play, always thinking you're ugly. That's such a big sign. Like, don't want to wear a dress, you always want to be in sneakers and in jeans and in baggy shirt. You never want to dress sexy. The first time I dressed sexy, I was 31 years old.
Wow.
I never wore thongs, but thank God I met this man and he opened me up like a flower. Because I was always wearing long sleeve, t-shirt under, bra under, baggy jeans, you remember? Always in a sweatsuit with Air Nikes.
That's me now.
That's how I always dressed.
She put that, I'm like, why do I dress like this? But I guess you were so overprotective.
As a matter of fact, guys, I'm going to show you. I found a thing in a sweatsuit with the Air Max that they have now, 25 years ago in yellow and gray.
I guess that's why I'm so baggy now, because my mom did that to me when I was young. Like, never dressed me up. And
you know, I dressed you up, but I didn't like my daughter. Like a little girl like London is very feminine and very girly with dresses and flowers in her hair, lipstick. I didn't allow that on my daughter. I thought that them looking like little boys would push men away.
Okay.
And those are all the things that affected me. And I never spoke to psychiatrists or psychologists.
But you did good. You did good.
I never went on drugs. At one point I drank a lot.
Oh.
Smoked a lot of weed. Did, messed up shit. And I realized what it was. And I kind of coached myself. I'm better than that.
Yep, you did
I
good.
overcame everything. And I'm here.
That's right.
Once again, mi gente, sorry for getting back off and getting back on. This is a hard subject to walk away. I'm sorry it's so freaking long. I hope you guys aren't bored. From my house to your house, from mi casa to your casa, the loyal family, thank you for listening. Thank you for having an ear and a heart out there. Keep your comments decent. Like, share, subscribe. Guys, women, boys, because boys get molested too. I'm here. You need someone to talk to, an ear to listen, I'm here. God bless. Only if it's for the right thing. Not for no fresh. Because you be getting some crazy phone calls on Instagram.
I love you guys. Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. Peace.